Hello everybody, and welcome to a new game on this channel, and that is Depth. Now Depth is a game where you either play as divers or as sharks, and as the divers it's your mission to survive and escort the robot, and as your sharks it's your mission to kill the divers or the robot, or both. Anyway, generally I put up a random queue against other people, and you could either be a shark or a diver, but if you do random you generally get diver because sharks are more popular. The divers are tricky to use, yeah, everything is tricky when you're playing against people. What I wanted to say was the sharks are quite difficult in this game. Generally speaking, you have an advantage as a diver. That being said, it is very possible for a shark to win this game. As a matter of fact, the game before this one, I actually lost pretty badly. Got our asses handed to us. Anyway, as a diver, you saw that I just bought some stuff. I've got some cash. There's gold lying around the map. I have to collect that gold and return it to a robot that swims with us. When I return that gold, that's gold that goes to the entire team. That means if I find $50 worth of gold, the entire team gets an additional $50 to spend. And that is each person in the team. So you each have your own pool of cash, but any gold that is earned goes to everybody, if that makes sense. Sort of an equal split. Anyway, so here you see my teammates going underwater. I bought a gun, he bought a spear gun, he bought a gun, and that is a gun as well. And I also bought a sonar buoy. This will allow me to see sharks that are nearby the sonar buoy, and that can help a lot, because as you can see, it's not exactly that you have a ton of visibility, and the sharks have a lot more visibility than you, so they will see you, but you won't see them, generally speaking, of course. And if I only could swim into this, yep, amazing. Okay, that's the first dead shark. That looks to be a Mako. Different sharks do different things. Makos are very fast, earn experience very fast, but they're very tricky to use. Generally speaking, of course. And then there's, for instance, the Great White, which just earns you a lot of, which is very tough to kill, but isn't very fast and doesn't have a lot of endurance. Then there's the Tiger Shark, which is just useless in my opinion, but that's me. And for instance a Treasure, which has a very big tail it whacks people with. If you've noticed the heartbeat, the faster my heartbeat gets, I on purpose didn't actually turn down the game volume. Normally I would, but I didn't this time, so you could hear. The faster the heartbeat, holy crap, that scared the shit out of me. The faster the heartbeat, the closer by a shark is. Now that shark definitely got me, but hey, let's move on, shall we? What I just did is I bought poison bullets for my gun. What this will do is it will poison the shark that I shoot with it. And a poison shark will slowly but steadily get damaged as it just swims around, or sits still, doesn't really matter. Been able to poison 2 sharks now, and that's the nice bit. They will have to go and heal themselves, which they do by finding seals to eat. If they eat seals, they will get a lot of health back, and they will also cure any status effects they have, for instance a poison. You could also put a bleed on them, but I generally prefer the poison, so that's what I do. When you first start the game, you don't have all these perks, so you don't have the poison, you don't have the bleed, that kind of stuff. You have to play the game a lot, and slowly but steadily you unlock guns and weapons to use. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now the sharks are having a tough time at it, but they're actually not that far behind us. So all things considered, they're not doing badly. I've definitely had games where we completely ruffle stomp the sharks, but then again I've also had games where the sharks completely ruffle stomp us. And there's games where I was a shark where I got my ass handed to me, and there's a few games which I actually won. I'm not that good at the shark, but hey, that's why you're not seeing me play it, I suppose. Yep. Well, he's lucky to be alive. He says just after he does exactly the same, just before he does exactly the same thing as the guy. It's always super scary to like get out of and into the open, because sharks really like to attack you when you do that. Whew. Scary. Now I don't have a lot of health left. You can see that in the bottom of the screen. If a shark now gets me, I won't live very long. That's basically that sums it up, more or less. I see a lot of gold here, so I'm just going to be greedy and get it. There we go. Haha, got a kill. Kills don't really help you, other than it will deplete the amount of tickets they have to respawn. You can tell how much tickets or lives the enemy team has left by looking at the top of the screen. You can see 4 outlines of divers and 2 outlines of sharks with a number next to them. The number next to them is the respawn amount for that particular class. So for instance the divers or the sharks or whatever. When I have a poison bullets, I generally spam it a lot. The reason I spam it a lot is because if I get a hit, that will seriously annoy the shark. Very little does it actually kill them. Generally a shark will know what to do and they will swim away. Now you can see this ammo, sort of these 3 bullets next to each other. That's generally an indication to me my ammo is almost out. The more ammo or the closer you get to having less ammo at a certain point, they will show you where you can find ammo boxes. They are just around the map, all over the place. They're generally very exposed though, so this is not something you would readily go to. Now if you're not noticing, I'm a little bit on edge here because I can hear the shark is nearby. There it is! Got him. Ah! Holy crap! I flinched for that one. I didn't see that shark coming. Holy crap. Oh, my heart, man. Think about it. What weapon to use? I'll use a machine gun this time. There we go. Yep, you're dead. Got him. Now, next to my health bar you see an icon, which is basically a little droplet of blood. That means I'm bleeding. Bleeding is pretty much the same as poison. It slowly but steadily murders you if you don't do anything about it. So yeah, I got to a medkit as quickly as I could, just like the ammo. Just like the ammo, it shows up when you need it, the little icon. Well, I needed it of course, because I was bleeding to death. Oh, that's not really what I want to be. There we go. Get into the corner, nice and snug, and that's where I place my little machine gun. This is an automated machine gun, very useful. Okay, that's a very dead shark. That generally gives you a little time to look around, see if you can find some gold. Sadly, I'm not really seeing a lot. My teammates are doing too good of a job, I suppose. Oh crap. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Sharks are here, sharks are here. Ah. There we go. My machine gun killed something! Now, normally I wouldn't use these too much. I prefer other means of killing sharks, but there's daily quests in this where you can get loot crates, which get you skins, you know, the CSGO kind of thing. And they're for free. If you get the daily quest, you get one. So yeah, one of my daily quests is murder stuff with these machine guns, so I generally try to do just that. Now, unfortunately, my teammates are going a bit gun-ho, getting in here and trying to murder stuff. Getting out. It's not going to lose us the game by any means. well, he's dead. Oh man. Okay. There's only 7 shark lives left, all things to put together. Okay, that's a very, very dead somebody. Now we're already on the way. You can, below the diver lives, you can tell where the machine is opposed to the entire map of this, or the entire game is generally kept in time, based upon based upon how far you are, how far the robot gets. When the robot gets back to the boat, that's the end of the game for the sharks and for the divers. The divers win at that point. Even if there's only one diver left and it's currently in the mouth of a shark, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in the slightest. My little machine gun is shooting at sharks. Very nice. It's actually doing a surprisingly good job. Generally speaking, the machine guns don't do too well in open water. You generally need to aim it at something. Yep. Well, that's pretty much GG. There's no way they'll be able to stop Steve now. So, we win. We win! You can see, Steve is going up. You don't actually need to get into the cage. It doesn't actually do that much for you, as you can tell. And there we go, we win. So that's from the depth as a diver. Now let's play from the depth as a shark. I'm not that good at it, not that I'm especially good at being a diver, but I generally know what to do. So prepare for some derpage and I'll see you in the loading screen. So here we are, this time as the shark, and now you should be able to see the difference between the sharks and the divers. The sharks see a whole lot more, they always see an outline of all the divers, where they are. Yeah, I still find that they are very, very difficult to play with. So I'm going to go for the Great White. The Great White has an ability here, Juggernaut. While active, the Great White takes reduced damage from all sources. Now it will give you some stats here, they're relatively accurate. There's a stat missing though, that's the amount of stamina, and that's where the Great White really shows its problems, because it doesn't have a lot of stamina. You have one lunge and then you run out, basically. So we're going to get hydroacoustics. It will increase the amount of times your sonar refreshes, so to say, your shark built-in sonar bit. And yeah, you'll find I'm a lot less talkative during this one than during my diver one. Basically because I really need to focus in this. I'm not that good at being a shark, so yeah, there we go. Now I'm noticing that a fair few of the enemy team have mines attached to their belts, so we will be seeing some mines here and there. I'm not sure this is the map to do it in, but we'll find out. We'll find out if they did a smart thing here, or if it's in fact... Now what I'm going to do is, there's some breakable stuff. As a shark you can break through things. I'm not going to break through with half a HP bar left, so to say, or half a stamina bar left. You need to lunge at something to break it. There we go, got one. And get out. Now I did die there from the mine, but I did set off 2 mines which are now cleared. So I'll call that a win this time. I got my kill, got out, died unfortunately, but that's not to be helped. Yep, try again. As long as you get a kill for each time you die, you're generally okay as a shark. Holy crap. Now the reason I lived there is actually quite simple. I had an ability active that allowed me to take more damage. So what I do is, my active ability, it decreases the amount of damage I take from all sources. I was full health by the time I swam through that mine. So sure, the mine went off and sure it hurt, but all things considered I wasn't actually in that big of a trouble, or that much trouble. If that makes any sense. Now I see that mine, and I see that mine. And I'm quite easily able to dodge that. Unfortunately, that was one mine I did not spot. They do like mines, I'm noticing. Sadly, wasn't able to kill that diver. That I'm quite sure will come back to bite me. But for now, I'm going to wait until I can get serrated teeth. It's just too powerful an ability not to get. Now I'm once again playing with a bot, but you can always... Are you kidding me? There we go. The guy was out there, it was a little annoying for me, but... Unfortunately, his friend followed me. Generally, if they're out in the open, you get to kill them. That's the gist of it. If they're out in the open swimming about, you can get the jump on them basically. Fortunately, there's a fair bit swimming around, so there's a real chance they're there we go. They're being a little bit annoying. There's not too bad visibility for divers here apparently, so they can actually take a fair few shots at us. Okay, the bot killed something, that's always nice. Now, there's not a lot of protection around Steve, I'm noticing. Mine. Amazing. The worst part is I actually knew the mine was there. Now I did get serrated teeth if I'm not mistaken, so that diver should bleed out at this point. Hooray for sharp teeth. Now, I will be getting sprint, that will help me a lot, so double speed I think, I'm not really sure what it's called. Anyway, you sprint a lot faster. I'm going to break down the roof here. The roof is on fire, etc, etc. Now I need to regain some hit points, and I'll do that with a little seal here. Now, you noticed I was poisoned there, the little green goo. That means my health is slowly but steadily deteriorating. It's very annoying, but there's not really much you can do about it other than go and kill some stuff. Ah, there we go. That's the big problem with great whites, they really run out of their stamina quickly. So you often find yourself sitting there out in the open going by yourself. What the hell? There we go. He was being a little bit cocky, so he gets a little bit murdered. That's the short version. Ah, there we go. They do a very good job of hunting me when I'm close by. A lot of divers will ignore sharks that have just killed somebody when they're nearby. That's a mistake in my opinion. You should be trying to kill your opponents at all time. There we go, bit the diver. That diver also kinda knows what he's doing, I suppose. He will now die, unfortunately. He really does like to play joust with sharks. That only works so many times though. Eventually they'll get you out in the open. The trick is to use your long launch if you're doing this. Ah, you're kidding me! This guy is so annoying. Come on. Come here, Seal. well, got one and set off about a zillion explosions. That was interesting, to say the least. I'm going to get razor fins. More damage is more good in my honest opinion. There we go. That's another one dead. Now I'm going to let my stamina bar regain. That's another thing. If you can, seriously... Ah, that was annoying. There we go. And another boom. Well, something exploded. Okay, the sharks are on their last lives. That doesn't have to be a problem. They're out in the open now. Should be easier for me to kill stuff. Ah, damn it. It's being pursued, unfortunately. And that's the end of us. Well, all things considered, I do think I did a fair bit there. As I said, I'm not really that good at the shark, so there's that. Did make a couple of stupid mistakes, but that's to be expected. Hope you enjoyed this. I actually think I will do this a little bit more often. Show you some depth gameplay, because I'm enjoying it a lot. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time.